City Clerk, will you give a roll call, please?
Councilman Swift. Here. Councilman Phillips. Councilman Price.
Present.
Councilwoman Portis.
Here.
Councilman Gott.
Here.
Councilman Bell.
Present.
Councilman Gilder.
Present.
Councilman Sedar.
Here. Lead us in an invocation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you, acknowledging you as our creator. We thank you, Lord, for in your love you created each and every one of us to live the life that you have given us. Lord, we thank you for the town of Louisiana as the place that you have given us to live out our lives with one another and under your watchful care. We ask for wisdom tonight, wisdom beyond ourselves in discussing all that is to be discussed tonight. May we do it with your Spirit's help. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And Councilman Bell. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is. You want?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to ask that Diane Huckstep be added to the agenda this evening. She came in this morning to talk to you and you were busy and I told her I would tell you and I didn't, and it's my fault.
Okay.
But I asked that she be.
Okay. Ms. Huckstep, if you want to address the council.
I just wanted to come in and report that they have installed benches and they look amazing. I hope you all can go down Georgia Street, take a look at them. They look so nice. Really improved the look of the raggedy old benches that are gone now. So if you take a look at that. And also, I wanted to let you all know that we are partnering with the Louisiana Lions Club with the Christmas parade. So they'll also be part of that application process. I don't know if I have to change the application or just add them on.
Okay.
You know, as long as I let you know that they are going to partner with us to help us run the Christmas parade this year.
All right, thank you. We appreciate all the efforts that you've been doing, and I know it's a group effort, but it does better the downtown area, and it does look better. So, yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the public regarding any item on the meeting agenda?
The resolution for continuing education,
Mhm.
I think it is a really good thing that we're going to help people who want to help themselves. And I think I just want to make sure that you do it right and that kind of thing. Because I read on here that you are, it has to be within their scope of benefiting their job and that sort of thing. So I think that's a good idea. I just wanted to tell you that I think we're moving in the right direction to help people better themselves.
Any other comments from the public? Hearing none, approval of the agenda. Are there any additions, modifications, or to the agenda? If not, they'll stand. Next item is approval of the minutes. Entertaining motion to approve July 22nd, regular council meeting.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Like sign.
Motion carries. Entertain a motion to approve August 12th, 2024 special council meeting. You heard the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Council, I do have a few items that I was wanting to share. The treasurer's report. Everyone have a copy, the year ending. Our summary page. Here's our account balances, and then our summary page. Everyone should have a copy of that. So on the city side, we are up or into the good, $4,700. $4,702.87. On the enterprise side, we are to the negative $516,233.05. Out of that $516,000, which all came out of the enterprise capital, and some of it was ARPA funds. We did $42,000 work in upgrades to the water treatment scraper system. $15,000 to the wastewater grading, $32,000 to the wastewater Huber basket screw spiral system. $35,000 to water treatment pump repair and replacement. And that number is probably, that should include the 12,000 for the water treatment actuator replacement. And then we also pulled out 145,000 to complete the E Street water tank where they drained it down, redid everything. We are over approximately for the enterprise side on the salaries. We are under, I guess I should say, instead of over, but about $208,000. We had a lot of employees last year for the enterprise side at one time, and all that's been scaled back. But we are up to full staff now. Whereas the previous year, we were short staffed. So we are up to full staff, and our budgeting didn't account for the accuracy of the numbers for that, but we finally got it balanced out to where we got a pretty good idea of where this is going through. The number one thing I would like the public to know is that we are investing funds to improve our quality of water. We have issues with our THMs that we are working on, different plans that we are looking at to do. In fact, I'm bringing up one tonight. I believe one of the engineers is here to help go through it with some of the water treatment facilities group that's needed that we're going to be presenting tonight. Now, I know this is a lot to digest for right now, but if you got any questions or any concerns, we can definitely take time to go over that. You also look at the monthly treasurer's report as of May, showing our revenues and expenses, both for the city and enterprise side, for the restricted and unrestricted accounts of the city and enterprise side. This sheet right here. Everyone's got that sheet. So if you save these from month to month, or if you need some from previous months, let us know, and you can do a monthly comparison where we're at. I would entertain, unless there's any questions for further discussion, I would entertain a motion to approve the end of year for fiscal year ending March 31st, 2024.
Approved.
Shoot, I apologize. Let me correct that. May 31st, 2024. Motion approved. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? This is approving the end of the year, fiscal year for May 31st, 2024. No other discussion. All those in favor say yes.
Yeah.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. At this time, I'll defer my new business under new business. Go to the police chief's report.
We are currently applying for the 2025 Department of Public Safety's Violent Crime Prevention Grant. Maximum award for that grant is $25,000, and what we're looking to do is upgrade our portable radios to something a little more higher tech than where we're at, as well as looking at getting several license plate readers to be put in several different locations throughout town. I think that would be a huge help in deterring, property crimes, things like that. We've currently been awarded the roadway safety law enforcement grant from MoDOT. The total award for that grant is $2,614.43. It's going to pay for a stalker handheld radar as well as 2 window tint meters. We are currently in the initial stages of beginning proactive narcotic work. Now we've got more staff. I've also reached out to Homeland Security Investigations to affiliate our officers with their agency. Being a federal agency, and being part of that task force, it gives our officers a lot more technology and things like that that will aid in those investigations. Other than that, I've attached our statistics for the month. That does not have the total number of calls, because I need to get that from the 911 director, and she's out on maternity.
So one thing I'm missing from the police chief's report, and may have to get that information through the court clerk and maybe through our city clerk. We should get a monthly statement from the court on financial statements.
I would have to ask Alyssa about that.
Yeah.
We do not receive that at the police department.
That's what I'm saying. We would see it if we did get it.
Right.
We need to get that reestablished.
Okay.
So we may work with Alyssa and the court clerk, to see if we can get that.
I did attach the monthly docket to your all report, so you know outcome of cases and things like that.
Any questions for the chief? Hearing none, thank you. Fire chief's report.
So since the last council meeting, calls wise, we had 19 medical calls, 3 electrical hazards, 2 traffic, motor vehicle accidents, 3 fire related, and 1 hazardous hazmat. We've been pretty busy call wise in the last week, it seems like. The truck that we acquired through exchanging vehicles internally, it's still not back to us. Long story short, we're just trying to save as much money as we can, so we did a lot of swapping with some stuff for labor, things like that, and we're kind of at their mercy. Matter of fact, one of the people that are doing it just had a child, so he's going to be out for just a little bit longer. So they're hoping to maybe have it done by the end of next week, which is a little longer than anticipated, but to save money, we're doing fine with that. Both of our pumpers, we had our pump test 3 weeks ago, and they both passed. One of them 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and one of them was the first time it's been pump tested since we acquired that truck in 2019. So internally with all the guys, we rebuilt rebuilt the panel with all new gauges, primer pumps, solenoids, things like that to save the city money. And it did pass its pump testing, and he actually said it did really well. So that's a big plus for us. The last month we had our national night out. We went to the fair, things like that. So the guys were busy with those events and enjoyed that. quite a bit. Grant wise, I'm currently working on 2 grants myself, both are through DNR, one is to possibly try and get a, dry hydrant place at the riverfront. I think it would be extremely beneficial for the city to use that. Matter of fact, not just for us to use, but for like neighboring cities of Pleasant Hill, they've had some water tower issues within the last 3 months. And one of their ideas was if they were to have anything major, they were gonna be coming and getting water out of our hydrant at Fast Lane. So to save the city money and stuff, they would be able to utilize that, just go down, pump right out of the river and leave our water supply alone. And that grant is, they will pay for all of that, so if we get that, that won't be at no cost to the city. Hopefully, so we're working on that. The other one is a 50-50 matching grant. With the truck that we acquired from internally swapping, we took the skid unit out of our side-by-side because it was actually too big for that. And the suspension wasn't suitable enough, so we're gonna use that skid unit and that pickup truck, and if we can get this grant, we're gonna get a smaller skid unit booster tank for that side-by-side, and then try to get some hoses to replace some of our other stuff. Applicants wise, we do have one that just turned in on Wednesday. And if everything goes well and we do put them on, that'll put us at 21. So we had a few people that, one that retired and a couple people that didn't have the time and had family things that they needed to deal with, so it'll put us back at 21, so that's still really good for us. And then that's really all I got. I know the summer months kind of slowed us down a little bit. Everybody's spending time with their families and prepping for school and things like that, so now that summer's kind of come to an end, I predict that we'll be picking back up on other things, especially the next 3 months or so. But that's all I've got.
Any questions for the chief? I am aware that, was it Thursday evening or Friday evening, that Friday evening you had the structure fire?
Friday evening.
Friday evening, and you know, just tell everyone, all the guys, and did a good job. I know sometimes that can be, you know, challenging. And also for the community to reach out if there's any assistance that can help the occupants of that home. And I know you all did everything that y'all were supposed to do, and I appreciate it.
I'll let them know.
No questions for the chief?
Can we get water pressure on that side of the street? We need a tanker. We need a pumper tanker.
We couldn't get water out of the hydrant, it wouldn't,
Yeah, he's we.
well, our trucks were there dropping tanks, their trucks. There wasn't no pressure to even fill our trucks up.
That happened before, they're up there, blocked up there.
Yeah, there's some long range plans to try to grid our water system instead of all these dead end mains.
Have we had, all of our hydrants checked? Have you run all of our hydrants?
So to answer that question, distribution is gonna start that September 3rd. I think Monday is Labor Day. We're gonna start on that on Tuesday.
So,
And there's 240 hydrants. It typically will last about 2 weeks.
so clarify that answer. You've already done it once this
We
year.
do it twice a year.
You do it twice a year. And prior to that, how many times have we done it?
There was a 2-year period where it wasn't done. Prior to that, I did it every 2 years.
So we're following the regulations guidelines.
Year now?
Yes, so we do it spring and fall typically. And that'll ensure that we get everything out of the system and everything's flowing properly.
Okay.
All right. Any committee reports? No committee reports? All right, old business. Council. Ryan? Yeah, Matt, why don't I call you Ryan?
Ryan's the other engineer.
Okay. Well, Matt, if you would, city council, this was emailed to you previously. Everyone's seen the pictures and stuff of the basement of the water treatment facility.
Yeah.
And we, the council has hired, Miko to come up with some various options of needs that the water treatment plant needs. And I emailed it to everyone. You should have a hard copy of this, Councilman Filtman, but you can pass that around. So they evaluated the basement. They evaluated, in fact, I'll let you explain the whole process.
So, you evaluated the basement, there's a lot of, water leaking down there, there's a lot of corrosion, and, other structural elements of the water treatment plant. And a very high amount of humidity in the basement. And that was the main, there's a couple ancillary things that we also addressed, but that was the main issue that we looked at, the humidity control of the basement.
So out of this, our distribution, our water treatment facility, chief engineer, our chief operator, and our chief operator for the wastewater, Richie, which has his Class A license for the water treatment as well. And then also our project manager, Rufus McCarley. We sat down, met with Miko, went over our list of items that we need. And they came up with several options to this needs list that we had. Option 2 is the first option, and the primary objective of us calling Miko was to address the issues that's downstairs in the basement. The corrosion, the pipes and the water leaks, and the heaters are out of service, and so forth. And option 2, the total amount with their contingencies and equipment rental comes to $241,600. And the funds that we talked about using was the ARPA funds that has approximately $302,000 in that.
302.
Yeah, approximately 302.
For 320, here it says 320.
Yeah, it's approximately 302, unless we're getting interest on that I'm not aware about. I won't hold to it. I'll leave my back door open in case I'm wrong, because I've been known to be wrong a time or two. So anyway, regardless, the option 2 is well under budget, what we have. And
Why is this water treatment plant in such a mess?
so the big thing is the staffing, requires full staffing and requires continuous maintenance and upkeep. And if you do not have full staffing and you do not have any type of a project manager or someone directly overseeing, the PM, the preventative maintenance, things will get away from you. Funding can be an issue as well. If you're trying to squeeze, lemons to make lemonade, sometimes it might be hard to do. This didn't happen overnight. This happened, ever since the water plant went into service. We should have been on a continuous maintenance cycle of it, but there's been big overshadowed the regular upkeep. It seems like we didn't address anything until it became an issue. And when it became an issue, it's big ticket item. And of course, the cost of big ticket items do not decrease over the years, they increase. So one of the things when we promoted a project manager and to work with the chief operators to work on a PMI cycle, preventative maintenance cycle for all of our stuff. In fact, Rufus provided us a list, and I can share with the council. In fact, I'll let him come and address the council during our work session as far as the plans, as far as our preventative maintenance. So the stuff that I went over earlier, this is, we spent $300,000 to $400,000 this past year just taking care of some of these big ticket items. And the problem is, even once we got them taken care of, there's nothing to say that they won't break down again unless we do a continuous preventative maintenance to those those issues.
How long do you think it's been going that we haven't done the maintenance on it? It's like, good grief.
You know, it's hard for me to say as far as, you know, I haven't been in office that long, but I do know in previous councils and stuff, there's issues that pop up that was overlooked, and the only thing that comes to the council's attention is when the big ticket items,
What's the projection of time?
as far as completing this. So we have a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Miko Engineering for option 2. And we have a projected timeline. It's got to be posted for so long in the paper. It's got to go through the formal bid process. Not only for the city of Louisiana's policies and procedures, but also for the federal funding that we've received. So we have to follow those guidelines as well. So can you answer that, Matt? Would you have a proposed timeline as far as we pull the trigger tonight to an end date, a completion date?
That's a very good question, and I can't answer that right now. I just don't have enough information. I'm a structural engineer. The main engineer that is basically spearheaded this project, Ryan, I'm sure you remember, he's in Kirksville, Missouri, so he would be the one to ask these questions. I can ask him and email you with a timeline. But I don't think it would take too long to get our ducks in a row as far as plans and specs and things like that. I think the longest part of the project may be the bid process, how long things are out to bid, and kind of contingent on whatever contractor is selected to perform the work, and what their timeline is.
Okay. Council, any other questions that we might be able to answer?
And it answers my question.
I know. If I should give you a guesstimate, I'd say probably a 6 month, be done within 6 months.
With the shape that those pipes are in, do we have 6 months to a year?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Would mean we have no choice. We, to spend ARPA funds, we gotta follow the
No.
process.
I'm just worried to wake up some morning and go to brush your teeth and there's no water.
Yeah, we don't wanna do that. Water is becoming more of a commodity, and the quality of water for our community is vital. And this is just one step in many to come to make some improvements that's needed. Because not only did we identify the primary objective as far as taking care of the downstairs, but we've also looked at upstairs above the settling basins, and all that's corroded. I mean, the steel structure, they didn't use galvanized. They use red iron, in a plant facility, a water plant facility, right? So those options have been identified, and we have projected cost as of today, what those costs will be. And to remediate some of those issues upstairs, we're looking at another $241,000. Now, if we end up having to replace 10 of, the roofing itself, then add about another $95,000 to that. But right now, we're taking off what we can chew right now and what we can pay for. But there's some other issues with the water tanks that we need to we're looking at, pumping in and pumping out of the tanks, looking at mixers, looking at aerators. We're looking at a lot of things, let alone, trying to tie in the grid system, by putting up a water tank on the west and connecting all those service lines. Well, council, if there's no objection, entertain a motion for resolution number 23, 2024 to be read and voted on.
Motion to read.
You heard the motion. Is there a second? There's a second. Any discussion before reading the resolution 23-2024? All right. Resolution 2024, resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Miko Engineering for option 2 of the water treatment plan improvements. Whereas the city of Louisiana, Missouri recognizes the need for improvements to its water treatment plant, specifically targeting the mitigation of leaks, condensation, humidity, and related issues in the plant's basement area. And whereas Miko Engineering has prepared an assessment outlining various options for addressing these critical needs, including option 2, which expands upon the current improvements to include additional moisture isolation, replacement of excessively corroded fasteners, painting, and the replacement of the exterior door and door frame of the pump house. And whereas the total project cost for option 2 is estimated at $241,600, with available ARPA funds being reducing the balance to $60,400. And whereas the city desires to move forward with these improvements to ensure the continued reliable operation of the water treatment plant and to protect the city's investment in this vital infrastructure. Now therefore be it resolved by the board, by the city council of Louisiana, Missouri as follows. Authorization. The mayor is hereby authorized and directed to enter into a contract with Miko Engineering for the execution of option 2 as outlined in their August 2024 water treatment plant assessment report. Funding, number 2, funding, the project shall be funded through the combination of ARPA funds and city funds with the total project cost not to exceed $241,600. 3, execution, the mayor and other appropriate city officials are authorized to execute any documents necessary to effectuate the contract and to improve the improvements described herein. Number 4, effective date, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval. One correction is strike lining Board of Aldermen and inputting City Council. That is the resolution. All right. Any other discussion? If not, go ahead.
Should we have something in there about making sure that this doesn't go this long before it costs us this much?
So,
I mean, this has been going on for
Yeah.
a number of years.
yeah, so that is the council. We do have our promotion to a project manager with Rufus McCarley. He has developed a PM policy. He's going through right now, identifying all our equipment, our motors, our pumps, our pipes, our generators, our vehicles, and inventorying what we have, getting their operators manuals and getting their preventative maintenance information compiled, and then outline a policy to follow these procedures, these PM, and that'll be brought before the council for adoption of policy. Typically it'd be something that the director, the enterprise director would authorize, but it's going to come before this council.
Is this something that in the past, the city administrator should have been looking after, or who should have been?
Yeah, so there's a big communication issue I see that's happened in the past as far as employees being empowered to bring forth issues, not constrained by budgetary means or putting it off. So there's an atmosphere, it's a cultural issue where stuff was brought forward and wasn't taken care of. So eventually people quit bringing stuff forward. So hopefully we're making a shift in the cultural change that our employees are empowered to make recommendation and at least inform not only the enterprise director, but inform the council and the mayor and everyone of these issues. And
This shall be put in writing though. That way it's named, dated, stated. That way, in case there's nothing going on, somebody else's fault,
right.
you know.
Yeah, because that's true, Councilman, because it's easy for me to sit up here and blame a previous administration or a previous city administrator there's nothing in writing, but that was the culture that we was in before. So I hope bringing forth this with policy change and with adoption by the council, that it will be ingrained into the city administration for future.
In the next work session, should we work on a policy statement to that effect? So that it is in writing?
Yeah, so what I'm open for is that our project manager will bring us a draft
Yeah,
of what he
That's good.
proposes.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
These kind of shocks are,
yeah, and there's some more. I mean,
oh,
you know, there's more than just this.
and we've still got waste treatment that we're
Yeah.
looking at.
Yeah. So, resolution 23-2024, take the roll call, please.
Councilman Whittle,
Yes.
Phillips, Councilman Price,
Yes.
Councilwoman Portis,
Yes.
Councilman Guy,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Gildner,
Yes.
Councilman Sutter.
Yes.
Resolution passed, duly or resolved. The City Council on bill number 7225, tax levy. I would entertain a motion to take off the table. Any discussion?
Yeah, the discussion is what do we do, because we don't have a week.
Right now, we can't discuss it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, any other questions or discussions? Okay, and take the roll call, please, for removing it off the table.
Councilman Whittle,
Yes.
Councilman Phillips, Councilman Price,
Yes.
Councilwoman Portis,
Yes.
Councilman Guy,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Gildner,
Yes.
Councilman Sutter.
Yes.
Okay. Special event application in the Chamber of Commerce. Chief, you got any concerns with this application? Are there any issues or anything that you're aware of? Does the city council have any questions? I believe, where's she at? And we got the director of the chamber, if we got. Yes. If no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the application.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say yes.
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 Opposed, like sign. We also have an special event application with the Louisiana Community Betterment and the Louisiana Lions Club. Ms. Huckstep is here if there's any questions. Any concerns, chief? No concerns? Councilman members, you have any questions? No questions, entertaining a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Resolution 21-2024, and I've skipped this going ahead. Council, this is what we talked about at the work session. The second page is the policy. Dealing with the college credit hour reimbursement. Listing the purpose, the eligibility, reimbursement criteria and the process. And repayment upon termination or separation. So to be eligible, you have to have been an employee for a minimum of 5 years. Hold a lead position within their department under the city or its enterprises. And then enroll in college courses that are directly related to the functions of the city or their department. Gotta have approval from the department head, city administrator, or mayor. Then that's brought before the council for final approval. Minimum. So that's one thing that's not spelled out in this. right here, and we can add that if someone wants to move to add that. Minimum grades, you gotta have a minimum passing grade. Documentation, all the transcripts and proof to qualify for reimbursement. Reimbursement tuition along with mandatory fees. Approved courses subject to budget availability. Upfront full payment, the city may elect to provide payment ahead of the coursework being completed. The employee is fully obligated to reimburse the city if they fail to successfully pass the coursework. Any type of assistance will be listed as taxable income for the employee. The reimbursement process is pretty self-explanatory, but the one thing I really want to go over, the prorated repayment. If an employee quits or resigns within 1 year of completing the coursework, they are expected to repay 80% of the reimbursed amount. If they resign or quit within 2 years, 60%, 3 years, 40%, then after 4 years, there's no repayment required in the policy.
Two quick questions. When we're saying up here on minimum grades,
Okay.
passing grades could be a D. Do we want D level employees?
I'd say at least a C or a 2 point.
I think we need to say what grade point average, like a 2.5 or 2.4 or something like that. I'm not sure you're gonna say 2.0. It's pretty low.
Well, there's an old analogy that I use on this, and maybe it's different, but you know what they call the guy in medical school who graduates last in his class?
They still call him a doctor, I
They
know.
call him a doctor.
Hopefully unemployed soon.
But so that was a concern that the employees brought up, because I had employees review those. And in each coursework, they have to obtain approval. And if they show and they demonstrate that they're barely getting by, maybe maybe the next go around, we'll have to look at reimbursing you. But that's really kind of up to this council on a case by case basis, because each one's going to come before this council for approval.
Personally, I'd like to see it put in a grade point average of 2.0 at the minimum. So that we're not allowing D level work.
I think that'd be better.
2.0 instead of, let's see,
Is that an average or for each course?
I'd say for each course. Have 2.0 or better for each course.
what line is that, council?
Because you may find somebody gets all A's except fails one course, but then that's a.
Number two.
Number two,
Or they get into a course they have to have that they're not.
The minimum.
pushing in and
Yeah,
they
minimum
could
grade.
be a D
Qualify for
and the rest of the grades are all right.
Achieve a
But it's,
minimum.
grade point average is 2.5.
I think they gotta make it.
2.0.
Courses like that.
Okay.
I have to.
Keep on 51.
Well, before we make this, so, yeah, Counselor, are you good with that? Number 2, minimum grades to qualify for reimbursement, employees must achieve a minimum grade point average of 2.0 in the approved courses.
And approve.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Entertain a motion to read resolution 21-2024. Got a first and a second. Resolution number 21-2024. The resolution of the city of Louisiana, Missouri, adopting the city of Louisiana policy on college credit hour reimbursement. Whereas the city of Louisiana recognizes, I can read this no, I have to read it out. Whereas the city of Louisiana recognizes the importance of professional development and continuous education for its employees, particularly those in leadership positions, and whereas the city desires to promote and support the professional growth of its employees by providing for college credit hours and subjects that directly align with the functions of the city. for its departments. And whereas the city of Louisiana is committed to investing in its workforce to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of city operations. And whereas the city council has reviewed and considered the proposed policy on college credit hour reimbursement and fines that it will benefit both the city and its employees by fostering a more knowledgeable and skilled workforce. Now therefore be it resolved by the city council of the city of Louisiana, Missouri as follows. Section 1, adoption of policy. The city of Louisiana hereby adopts the city of Louisiana policy on college credit hour reimbursement, which is attached hereto and incorporated herein by reference. Section 2, effective date. This policy shall be effective as of the adoption of this resolution and shall apply to all eligible employees who meet the criteria outlined within the policy. Clerk, will you give the roll call, please?
Councilman Twitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Phillips, Councilman Price,
Yes.
Councilwoman Portis.
Yes.
Councilman Guy,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Giltner,
Yes.
Councilman Sutter.
Yes.
Let it be resolved, resolution number 21-2024 is duly adopted. All right, miscellaneous business, including any comments from the public on any item discussed during the meeting.
Let me get this straight. You can't speak about nothing unless it's been on the agenda, right?
So for clarification, so you know, these are business meetings. Everything that we discuss should be on this agenda. And our study sessions are open for more informal communications. So to be put on the agenda, you need to be sponsored or by a council member, bring forth, or the mayor to bring forth.
So if I want to speak about corruption, I gotta go through the councilman to threaten me and test me.
This is not the proper time for these questions right now. So if you want to discuss anything that's not on this agenda, you can schedule with me or a council person or come to a work study session.
You're not allowed to speak about anything you want through the council meeting anymore.
You can if you go through the process.
Process.
I just
Have to
look,
write a letter to give to my councilman, or do I just ask?
you can ask them, you can write a letter, you can write a letter to me, you can come in and visit me. You just need to request to be on, you need to be on the agenda.
Welcome to the work sessions.
Work study sessions,
Nobody allowed to speak with that.
all of our work study sessions are informal and open for discussion.
Well, I can't speak about corruption then, right?
I answered your question. You got anything pertaining to the agenda?
Yeah, how come councilmen can't follow the oath they took, obey the law and obey the
Okay.
ordinances?
Thank you for your time.
So I'm being shut down. I can't speak about anything but except, all right, the water tank. You said you want to keep the water tanks half full up on Star Hill and East Street. When the show building caught on fire, we had both tanks full, clear well full, and we got down to 1 foot of water on Star Hill and 1 foot of water on East Street. If they
We
get
did not
fire
talk
downtown,
about
it's
half
gonna
tank.
run out.
We have not talked about waters being half
Well, I
full
played the
tonight.
video again.
So
No, not tonight, but there's a work study.
come to the work study session and we'll go through all that stuff in detail.
So you're done.
We're not gonna make
You
Facebook
denied
posts
my
for you.
constitutional Right to speak at a council meeting. about
You-
what I want.
You can go through the process.
All right. All right, I got 600 meetings already.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna point out that you guys left something off the agenda. And give you a chance to put it on the agenda since you took a vote on it. You left resolution 23-2024. It was not on this agenda.
So
Unless you
that,
have a different agenda than
no,
we have.
you're absolutely right. That was under old business
But
for
it's
us.
not listed, so we didn't get a
No,
chance to say. what
that's-
is this?
That's why I read it in fully. A resolution does not have to be posted.
No, it's
It-
not on the agenda though.
Yeah.
It should have probably been on the agenda.
Okay.
And we took a vote on it. And it's not on here, so I'm just telling you in case, is that something they can just say, hey, we need to get this on the agenda? Or do they actually have to, Mary?
So it'll be recorded in the minutes
Okay,
as well.
well, I'm just telling you.
All right.
We didn't have a chance to ask what is it, because it wasn't there.
Any other comments? All right. Entertain any media clarification, anyone from the, yep. Yeah, that'd be a closed session. Yeah. Yep. All right, no media clarification, entertain a motion to go in closed session for RSMO 610-1 under subsection 1 and 2. So moved. Take roll call, please.
Councilman Twitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Phillips, Councilman Price.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Portis. Yes. Councilman Guy,
Yeah.
Councilman Bell,
Yeah.
Councilman Gilmer,
Yes.
Councilman Sutter.
Yes.
All right, we will go in closed session.
Like I will go home and post more videos. I got 600 views.
He's a popular guy.
Park my wrong side of the road and have a trailer sitting on it. Right, well,
Mary, I'll get you on phone when we go into our closed session.
See?
Okay, thank you.
That's sitting on.
Yeah, I'm tired of the man wearing a hat.
Yeah. Pete Baker, what is the rule on blocking a sidewalk with a trailer when it's basically your property that you're maintaining?
Believe the sidewalk has to be still be open.
You can walk on it. It's a 4-foot sidewalk and there's 2-foot clear.
I say as long as it's not obstructed.
Who you talking about? I was gonna say, I don't own a trailer.
on the sidewalk and go around it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can still go around it. I wouldn't. Somebody walk. I mean, that doesn't be illegal.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna fight it.
he's gonna fight it.
Just want to make sure.
Thank you. One and all.
Isn't it-
Up here, is that all right?
Isn't it nice to be popular?
More meetings.
Isn't it nice to be popular? I will park that way from now on.
We have to go to the old lawsuits.
He's talking about me parking in front of my house that I paid for. That I paid for 40 tons of, no, yeah, 40 tons of gravel. I paid for,
Yeah.
hauled it in, Dan Carroll and I hauled it
Take care.
with his brother's dump truck.
Mm-hmm.
That,
I'm gonna give him a hard time, is that all right?
Just be careful.
The
I
wild, yeah.
prefer it.
Well,
you know,
yeah,
I'm running.
I got one up.
He
on
may
it.
look
I-
calm,
I'm
but he's
his
actually.
pastor, So I.
I just say, just make sure. I gotta run up. I take care of an old man.
Tell me your name.
Jim got.
Jim, okay? Hi, old man.
Hi. Keep on, you're gonna get there with me pretty soon.
Oh, my, take care. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Are we in executive session?
We're getting ready to go.
Huh?
We're going to go.
Just so you know, everything we're still saying is being recorded, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
We gotta go to the room.
You gotta be careful.
Okay. Then we gotta come back and be dismissed. Yeah, oh, yes.
How are you doing?
Yep. Absolutely.
Hello.
No, won't let me back on for some reason.
Okay, she's doing it right now.
Yeah, it said that I've been, I left the meeting, let me back on.
Okay, she'll let you back on.
Sounds good, thank
All
you.
right, bye.
I took it from you.
Oh, thank you. That was nice of you.
Okay, no problem. All right, we're back in open session. Entertain a motion to read resolution number 22-2024. Okay, we got a motion. Second. Any discussion? All right, resolution number 22-2024, resolution authorizing the mayor to execute the leachate disposal services agreement between the city of Louisiana, Missouri and Vision Renewable Natural Gas. Whereas the city of Louisiana, Missouri desires to enter into an agreement with Vision Renewable Natural Gas, a corporation organized and existing under the laws of the state of Missouri for the disposal of leachate collected by the Vision Renewable Natural Gas. And whereas the city has negotiated a leachate disposal services agreement with Vision Renewable Natural Gas, under which the city will provide disposal services for leachate in accordance with the terms set forth in the agreement. And whereas the city council finds it to be in the best interest of the city and its citizens to enter into the agreement for the provision of these services. Now therefore be it resolved by the city council of the city of Louisiana, Missouri as follows. Section 1, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute the leachate disposal services agreement between the city of Louisiana and Vision Renewable Natural Gas substantially in the form attached hereto on behalf of the city. Section 2, the city clerk is hereby authorized to attest to the mayor's signature on the agreement. Section 3, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage by the city council. Take a roll call, please.
Councilman Twitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Phillips, Councilman Price,
Yes.
Councilwoman Portis,
Yes.
Councilman Guy,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Gilmer,
That's a question.
Yeah.
Or do I vote nay?
Yeah, well,
The question, does this cover that they cannot go below, the present,
the quality, the standard, yeah, yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
this covers?
Yeah, I mean, if their leachate is not acceptable, we will stop it. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, we will stop it because we get samples. Yeah,
Like we did Meridian.
Yeah.
okay, but that's stated as.
Yep, it's in the contract.
somewhere, okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Councilman Bernard,
Yes.
Okay. Resolution number 22-2024 is duly approved.
All right.
Okay, so, council, I'm not sure without Mary doing a little bit more research, but I would ask and call the question to go ahead and modify our drug-free workplace policy to include the terms of marijuana as comparable to alcohol. We are zero tolerance. In the language associated with that will be revised to include marijuana as being zero tolerance. And I'll pose that as a question for y'all to answer, if someone entertains a motion.
Make a motion, we add the word marijuana to the rules.
First and second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Okay. We will do that.
Okay,
The only, one last thing I got, council, is we did receive the funds for the tower. And right now, we deposited those funds into CDs at 5%. We broke it down into 3 CDs. So, 6 months. So that's,
Are we going to discuss somewhere along the line how we're going to appropriate that money?
yeah, we should, at our work session, we
Okay,
should, yeah.
Okay.
Right now, we just put it in there, just.
Oh,
Start
that's good.
earning some money.
5%.
Mhm.
That's
5.13, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would,
Keith, do I get to
Thank
ask
you.
you questions on this guy? You know, that keeps getting